Alright, much Abrew about nothing time, and we're trying something new this week. We're going to try to do a 30-second deck tech for Blue-White Miracles. So there's a full instant deck tech out there. I will link it in the description. Please check that out if you want to see the full deck of Blue-White Miracles. But here's a super quick breakdown for everyone else. So Miracles, built around Terminus and Entreat the Angels, our 2 Miracle cards, the 1-mana Wrath, the big flying finisher. Our goal is to put them back on top of our deck with Riverwise Augur in Telling Time. And then we can use cards like Opt, or even in a pinch, our Remand to cast them at instant speed, make a ton of angels, win the game. Otherwise, we got Snapcasters to get back our spells, Colonnades as a backup win condition, kind of normal mana base with Field of Ruin and Ghost Quarters, fetch lands, some dual lands, sideboard, more counter spells, another finisher in Elspeth, Blessed Alliance for more removal, and then some matchup-specific hate cards. And that is Blue-White Miracles. Like I said, check out the entire deck tech, please. I will link it in the description. Anyway, let's get to the games. If you're looking for a fashionable way to support the channel, make sure to check out the Ixalan t-shirt over at mtgoldfishmerch.com. Alright, much brew about nothing time. We are playing some Blue-White Miracles in Modern, and I guess we can keep this as long as we hit our land drops to get up to Riverwise Augur. We can augur back our Miracles, and then we should be okay. Especially if it's a creature matchup and Terminus is relevant. See what our opponent's doing. Black Cleave Cliffs. And Thoughtseize. Alright. We were really counting on this Telling Time. I assume that's what they take. Well, the good news is we have like 8 1-mana cantrips on top of our lands. So our odds of hitting our land drops are not that bad. Even after our opponent takes our Telling Time. Takes Snapcaster. Interesting. And passes. Well, play Field of Ruin. Pass the turn. Very surprised our opponent took Snapcaster. Maybe their plan is to get down a Liliana. Wooded Foothills. Opponent cracks it. Forest. Alright, looks like we're up against Jund. Dark Confidant. Alright, let's Telling Time. Well, land on top, Augur to the bottom. We draw the land. Play Field of Ruin, pass the turn. This is less than ideal. Dark Confidant, Scavenging Ooze. Let's Field of Ruin. Opponent floats some manas. We will take a Plains. Yup, opponent untaps. Blood Crypt. Untapped. Here comes Liliana. Oh, no Liliana. Goblin Rabblemaster. Alright. We might be okay here, though. Opponent gets in with both. Hits us for a bunch. We draw a Colonnade. Play Flooded Strand. Crack it. Grab a Plains. Run out our Riverwise Augur. So draw 3, put back 2. We're going to put back Entreat the Angels and Terminus. Pass the turn. So now we're set up to Terminus away the board next turn. Opponent gets a Kolaghan's Command. Opponent's run a lot of extra cards, which is not good. Kolaghan's Command. We will get rid of, I think, Opt. So we're going to take a huge hit here. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, down to 8. Which is not good for us. But now we get to Terminus. So Terminus away the board. Play Search for Iskanta. Play Colonnade, pass the turn. And now next turn we get to make a bunch of angels. We'll see what our opponent has. Unfortunately, they got to draw a lot of cards with that Dark Confidant. Abrupt Decay, sure. And more Bobs. Alright, well, Entreat with Angels hopefully is good here, unless our opponent has Maelstrom Pulse. So let's Entreat. Make 3 Angels for 5 mana. Play the Plains, pass the turn. Well, we got our opponent dead on board, unless they have Maelstrom Pulse. Or like a bunch of removal. Gets a land. Well, so far this has worked really well. Surprisingly well. We just kind of... And our opponent scoops it up. Jeez. Wow. Wow. Okay. That was pretty good. We didn't even do anything crazy. We just kinda played a Riverwise Augur and put back miracles and won. It was that simple. Alright, against Jund, we don't really have much. We could bring in Elspeth as another finisher, but I think that's basically all we have. It might be worth it in case, like, Entreat gets surgically extracted or something. Could bring in negates. I don't think it's really worth it. Those are more for combo matchups. So bring in Elspeth. Go down. Where are we going down? Maybe just one search for Iskanta? Let's go one search for Iskanta. Try it like that. Well, so far so good. Riverwise Augur seems pretty insane. Alright, we got an Augur. Snapcaster telling time. This sounds fine. Opponent leads on a tap land. Well, we will follow suit. Colonnade, goo. Opponent. Swamp. And this again. Our opponent even got to draw a bunch extra cards. Well, Flooded Strand, crack it. Grab a Plains. And let's run out search for Iskanta. Make our opponent kill it if they can. Pass the turn. Opponent does get to start drawing extra cards. Verdant Catacombs. There's the Catacombs. Opponent cracks. Gets a Swamp. And there's Rabblemaster. Well, it'd be a nice time to find a Terminus. Gets in for 3. Yup. Down to 16. Well, let's see what's on top with search. Yeah, let's mill Telling Time. Draw another Telling Time. Well, play Hallowed Fountain tapped. Pass the turn. So we can ambush Viper with Snapcaster, or are we just Telling Time looking for a Terminus on top? Opponent has Damnation. That's a painful one. Opponent plays the land, cracks it. Stomping Grounds, untapped down to 12. And there's a Chandra. That is not ideal. Takes up, another Rabblemaster. Down to 14. Attacks with everything. Well, let's Snapcaster. Block Rabblemaster. Drop to 10. So search for Iskanta, step 1. Yes, we'll mill Colonnade. Telling Time. So take Glacial Fortress. Put Terminus on top. Alright, so we Miracle Terminus. Get rid of the creatures for the time being. Opponent's still got a Chandra, though. So get rid of the creatures. Play Flooded Strand, pass the turn. Question's gonna be, can we get through this Chandra? They can also start hitting us with Raging Ravine. There's a land. Yeah, I feel like we might be too far behind here. Liliana. Yeah, it's a lot of Planeswalkers. Well, discard an Augur. Takes up Chandra. Down to 8. And there's a News. Well, crack Flooded Strand. Grab a Hallowed Fountain. This is going to be close. So we get to flip search. Search for Iskanta. No. We're going to keep Entreat on top. Flip search for Iskanta. Draw Entreat. Miracle Entreat. Unfortunately, we know our opponent has Damnation, though. Yeah, they just have so many Planeswalkers here. I guess maybe we should be bringing in Negate if they're bringing in Chandras and all this stuff. Pass the turn. So we're still, I mean, our Miracle plan is working, but this time we're just kind of buried under Planeswalkers. Jeez. Woo! Well, our opponent just has every card that is good against Entreat here. Takes up Chandra to 7, and that's game, unfortunately. Even if we draw Terminus, yeah, we're just dead to Chandra Ultimate. Alright, yeah, we don't have an answer to Planeswalkers on the battlefield, which might be a bit of an oversight from this deck. Still, we miracled pretty well. Maybe we gotta find a way to bring in Negates. The question is how? Like, what do we cut? Remand is good. How do we find room? Maybe it's like a couple of Serum Visions? Search for Iskanta is also really good with miracles. I can see why there's 2. I'm afraid to not have Elspeth as a backup finisher. It seems like things can go wrong pretty easily with just Entreat. But we need answers to the Planeswalkers. I guess maybe we gotta cut like 2 Serum Visions and a Remand? Try it like that? We'll see. The Planeswalkers, Detention Sphere would be helpful. Kind of weird to run into Jun, because Jun just isn't a deck. Alright. Well, this is fine. We got Ops. We got a Path. We got some Augurs. We don't actually just have an answer to the Planeswalkers, but... So, Island, go. Overgrown Tomb for our opponent, tapped. Yeah, let's opt. Definitely keeping Remand. We'll just play Plains, pass the turn. Alright, this is shaping up. We actually have a bit of protection now. We're not just going to get run over by a Dark Confidant, which was kind of the problem the first two games. Dark Confidant. Alright, we're just going to path that right now. So, path the Bob. This does give our opponent a land, but that's what we got to do. Play Glacial Fortress, pass the turn. Opponent. Rabblemaster. Alright, yeah, we'll remand that. Entreat, no Miracle yet. Ooh, search for Iskanta. Okay, play Field of Ruin. Play an Augur. Get things set up for the future. So put back Entreat, put back Terminus. So we'll have Terminus available for next turn, if we want to use it. Pass the turn. If our opponent just plays Rabblemaster again, then we don't have to really worry about Terminus next turn. We can keep waiting. Alright, Wooded Foothills. Coligan's Command. Alright, discard Terminus. Opponent passes. So no Miracle. Let's play the Plains. How do we want to do this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, let's just Serum Visions. Put on bottom. Put on bottom. Run out Riverwise Augur. Put back Entreat. Put back Terminus. And pass the turn. So, like, next turn, hopefully we can have all of our hand up, and then hopefully take it over with Miracles from there. Opponent cracks Wooded Foothills. Stomping Grounds. Tapped. Still a little worried about Planeswalkers. That's probably the best thing our opponent could have here would be like a Chandra or something. We don't really have a way to instant speed our Miracles. There's Liliana. Ticks down. Well, there goes Riverwise Augur. Plays a Raging Ravine. So we will play Search for Iskanta. Play Hallowed Fountain. I guess we just play it tapped. Pass the turn. Opponent going to surgically extract Terminus. Alright, we can't really do anything about that. The downside is this gets a Terminus out of our hand and lets our opponent see our hand. So that's kind of unfortunate that we actually lost a Terminus there. And it shuffles away our Entreat that was on top of our deck. So that's actually kind of a disaster. Alright, you got us. Swamp. Opponent's going to tick up. Well, I guess we discard Remand. There's Rabblemaster. Cracks Catacombs. And Rabblemaster. Jeez. So we're going to Field of Ruin, Raging Ravine. Get a Plains. Path Rabblemaster. And now we're really trusting in the Search for Iskanta to be good. If we can hit our Entreat, then suddenly things are pretty sweet. Opponent gets in. Hits us for 1. Snapcaster is also reasonable. Well, let's see. Come on, Search for Iskanta. Search for Iskanta. What's on top? Ghost Quarter to the graveyard. Transform Search. We draw a Remand. Well, let's pass. Well, activate Search for Iskanta. Well, we'll take the path. Discard Remand, it's gotta be. We might be okay. We just have to find an Entreat at some point. So discard Remand. Path Rabblemaster. So we've dealt with the threats. Except for this Liliana. No attacks. Come on, Entreat! Telling Time is sweet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Huh. Is there anything we'd main phase? I guess another Search for Iskanta? Well, that's Telling Time. Take a Telling Time. Put a Telling Time. 1, 2. Put Island on top. Cast a Telling Time. So take Colonnade. Or do we want to activate Search for Iskanta? Maybe we take Snapcaster. Put Colonnade on top. Pass the turn. So this lets us run out our Snapcaster and target Path in response to Liliana. Alright. So we Snapcaster. Oh my goodness. Well, I guess this is fine. This is actually better. Snapcaster, we will just target Opt, and then wait till after Liliana resolves to use it. So opponent's got a discard. It's a Bloodstained Mire. Last card is Fatal Push. Alright, opponent is out of cards. So we just got to deal with this Liliana. Opponent gets in with the Goblin. Yup. Well, we will Opt, draw the Colonnade. That is a way we can pressure Liliana. Play Colonnade, pass the turn. And I feel like we might have gained control of this game. And we still have the possibility of eventually just hitting... Opponent Thought Seizes. Well, that's easy. Pass the Goblin. Now hopefully this Colonnade can clean up the Liliana. And I think Miracles, we might be out miracling this Jund deck. Takes up Liliana, yup. So we just search for Iskanta. Take an Opt. Yeah, I guess we cast it. We'll put that on top. Now we just need an Augur to get it back in our hand. So fire up Colonnade. We need an Augur to get Entreat back on top. Hit Liliana. Pass the turn. See what our opponent finds. Thought Seize. Well, we're just going to be empty-handed, so sure. Because then our opponent takes up Liliana, but then we kill Liliana. Yep, there goes our Opt. Opponent passes. Flooded Strand, that's not bad. Now we get to Colonnade Liliana and search for Iskanta, and now I feel like we've just kind of taken over. Because we will find our Elspeth eventually. And on an empty board, Elspeth is pretty good. Opponent's passing. Well, crack Flooded Strand. Grab an island. Search for Iskanta. We don't really want Entreat in hand. We'll take Serum Visions. Snapcaster. Alright, Serum Visions. Bottom, we'll keep the Augur. 1, 2, 3, 4. We could just Snapcaster this Entreat. I kind of like leaving it up for remand. Let's just pass. Opponent plays a tap land and passes. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4. We will Augur. See if we can set up an Entreat. No. So put back land, play a Flooded Strand, pass the turn. Man, Riverwise Augur has been pretty impressive this match. Now we have 2 forms of protection for Planeswalkers. There's a Dark Confidant. Yep. And nothing? Alright. Opponent passing. Grab an island. Search for Iskanta. Take Telling Time. And we might as well Telling Time. So search in hand. Opt on top. Colonnade bottom. Get in with the Augur. And I think we need to Snapcaster Path the Bob. So Snapcaster, grab a Path. We don't really want to let our opponent draw extra cards. Path the Dark Confidant. And I think our Miracle deck is pretty much just gain control of this game. Play Search. Just for scrying purposes. Pass the turn. Alright. Yup. Not going to fight over that. Not that we really can anyway, since it's uncounterable. Opponent passing. Well, search for Iskanta. This card is so good. This deck is pretty sweet. Take a negate. We could take Entreat in hand, but I feel like we can just play defense and win that way. Get in with our Riverwise Augur and Snapcaster. And then we should be set up to just win next turn. Does our opponent have another Abrupt Decay? Terminate. Sure. I mean, we're not really in a hurry at this point. We are in such great shape that there's not really any reason for us to risk anything. Although I'm not even sure what we're risking at this point. It seems just very hard for us to lose. Take a Telling Time. Cast Telling Time. Ooh. Elspeth to hand. Entreat on top. And now we get to Entreat and leave up negates. So we'll just make 4 angels. Leave up some manas. And I think that does it. With double negate in hand, I think our Miracles are going to take down Jund here. That was a pretty impressive performance for this deck. I have to say, we kind of just out-Junded Jund. And our opponent scoops it up. Sweet. Well, off to a good start with Blue-White Miracles. Riverwise Augur, better than it looks. Sweet. Alright, much Abrew time. Playing some Miracles in Modern. This hand, I don't know if we can keep this on the draw, honestly. We don't have a way to put the miracles back on top of our deck, and we can't Serum Visions on 1. So we're playing tap land on 1 and to leave up remand on 2. It's a little sketchy. I think we're going to mulligan. Alright, well, we're going to keep all the lands. Put a land at the bottom. This hand's also a bit sketchy. Oh boy. Well, we can always Miracle. Springleaf Drum for our opponent. Not the most explosive start for Affinity. Colonnade, go. We are going to need a Terminus. That's going to be the deciding factor in this game, whether or not we hit a Terminus at the right time. If we do, we're probably fine. Steel Overseer. Yep. Opponent passes. Well, play a Plains, pass the turn. At least we can leave up Remand here. That's something. If our opponent's just playing like a 3-drop Ink Moth. Yeah, we will Remand Master of Ethereum. Path is good. Opponent passes. And we're just hitting all the remands. We might actually be in pretty good shape at this point. So, play the island. Pass the turn. I think we are going to path the Steel Overseer. No lands. This also cuts our opponent off of a mana with Springleaf Drum. Glimmer Void. Well, let's keep remanding. Snapcaster. Works well with remand. Ooh, there's an Augur too. Oh boy. Well, let's play Flooded Strand. We could Augur back Terminus. I don't know if we want it yet though. Let's just pass. See what our opponent does. I think we're okay with holding off for now. If our opponent just keeps playing Master of Ethereum, we can just keep remanding. And then wait until our opponent gets a little bit of a board for the Augur. Wouldn't be bad to find an opt either to set up instant speed Terminus. I guess we can kind of do it with remand, although it's not as ideal. Yeah, remand. Alright, another Augur. Vault Scourge for our opponent. Glimmer Void. And Plating. Well, crack Flooded Strand. Grab a Hollowed Fountain. Plains. We don't want to accidentally die. I guess if we Ghost Quarter, we're safe. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, let's just Augur. Draw 3. Put back Terminus. Put back Terminus. Play Ghost Quarter. Pass the turn. So now we can, like, I guess we might take a hit from this Vault Scourge. But then we get to Terminus next turn. And we're not going to accidentally die to Ink Moth thanks to Ghost Quarter. So hopefully our opponent just like empties their hand. Alright, there's Memnite. Ink Moth. Activated. Okay. Opponent equips. Goes attacking. Yeah, we'll kill the Ink Moth. Alright, opponent moves it over. So we take 7. Get rid of the Ink Moth. It's a strip mine. Yup. So we actually only take 6. Down to 13. Terminus. Man, Miracle style. Just like in Legacy. So our opponent have a Blast? Galvanic Blast, I guess? Yeah, blast us down to 9. So, play the Plains. Yeah, I guess we just Augur again. Let's Augur. Put back land Terminus. Pass the turn. So we're going to draw the Terminus next turn, then we can fetch land, shuffle away the land. And even if we don't cast Miracle cast Terminus this turn, we can always hard cast it now. We probably are just going to Miracle it though. Yeah, might as well. So, Miracle. The Terminus. Play Flooded Strand. Shuffle. Get an island. Serum Visions. Those are good cards. Put on top. Put on top. And pass the turn. So we can opt into Telling Time if we want to. And we're going to hit an Augur. And if we ever hit our Entreat the Angels, we're in really good shape. Alright, another Master. And equips. So we will opt. Draw Telling Time. Play Telling Time. Looking for the Entreat primarily. Path in hand. Augur on top. Path, Master of Ethereum. Play Colonnade, and we're going to pass for now. Actually, 1, 2, 3. I mean, I guess we can... What's the worst that happens? 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess another plating would kill us. All right, pass the turn. We just got to make sure we don't accidentally get one shot by this Ink Moth. Opponent fires up Ink Moth. Equips. Goes attacking. Let's just Snapcaster and Path. Get rid of Ink Moth. More Ink Moths. Well, more Snapcasters. Let's Augur. We're going to find this Entreat eventually. Oh, there's Field of Ruin. That's good. So put back land. Put back Telling Time, I guess. Yeah, put back Telling Time. Play Field of Ruin. Get in with Snapcaster. And pass the turn. We would like to draw the Telling Time, but we might have to shuffle it away to kill this Ink Moth. Opponent has Etched Champion. Ugh. That's not good. Now we're probably going to have to Snapcaster Terminus. Can we draw the Telling Time is the question. So I think we have to do this. Kill the land. Get an island. Opt is a decent draw. Go attacking. Is it even worth it? Do we want to shuffle these back in? Probably. All right, no attacks. Oh, man, doing it the hard way. Snapcaster. For Terminus. Cast Terminus. Come on and treat the angels. That's what we need. That's what we need. Everything to the bottom. Pass the turn. Blink Moth. Well, Colonnade can deal with that. Telling Time is good. So we'll just pass for now. See if we can get things set up here. Fires up the Blink Moth. Equips Plating. Goes attacking. Fire up Colonnade. Block. Telling Time. Entreat? No Entreat. So, Field of Ruin to hand. Telling Time on top. Kill the Nexus. Opt. Take the Telling Time. We draw land. Well, let's get in with Colonnade. Hit our opponent. Play Hallowed Fountain. Pass the turn. See what our opponent finds. They don't really have anything with haste. Opponent's passing. Well, Telling Time. Take Snapcaster. Augur on top. Play Augur. We gotta find a Entreat to close out this game. Put back Plains. Put back Colonnade. Play Field of Ruin. Pass the turn. Opponent finds another Etch Champion. This is the hard way. The hard way, the hard way. Well, let's Snapcaster Mage. For Terminus. Get rid of everything. Play Colonnade. Pass the turn. We're fighting and clawing, but we're not killing. And our opponent's going to draw Galvanic Blast eventually. Ravager. Mox Opal. Okay. Equips. Sure. No, Path Ravager. Come on, Entreat! One time. No Entreat. So fire up Colonnade. Get in for 4. Play the Plains. Pass the turn. If we draw a land, we can double Colonnade. Master. Equips. Not good, not good. I guess we better shuffle. Kill Glimmer Void. Because we put creatures that we want to draw on the bottom. Get an island. Entreat. Flooded Strand. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. I think we're going to lose. Play Flooded Strand, pass the turn. Wow. I don't think we have a land left to search up. So I think we're left chump blocking this master. Fire up Colonnade. Chump block. Wow. Wowie zowie. Alright, pass the turn. Oh, we are... Wow! Wow! We just could not find an Entreat. We drew so many cards. Opponent. We're dead to Galvanic Blast. We're dead to a lot of things. Oh my goodness. Not like this. Block with Colonnade. We are down to our last chance to hit something. Certain Visions. Put on bottom. Put on top. Okay, we're living. We're staying alive. We need that Entreat so badly. Pass the turn. So we opt into Snapcaster and Path the Master, I guess. Opponent. Goes attacking. So we opt. We didn't find our search for his Kantas either. Keep Snapcaster. Cast Snapcaster. Path. Path the Master. Come on, Entreat. Come on, Entreat. Ornithopter. Equips. We'll get in with Snapcaster. Hit our opponent. Pass the turn. Do we really have to Snapcaster Path Ornithopter? It feels so bad. I really want a Telling Time, but I guess that's what we gotta do. Because we don't want to put ourselves dead to Galvanic Blast. Snapcaster. We just gotta trust that eventually we're gonna Miracle that Entreat. So Path Ornithopter. We got Augurs we can draw into. Lots of them. No! Telling Time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Take Opt. Oh, we're in such bad shape. We're gonna lose. We're gonna lose. Well, pass the turn. We have 2 Terminuses left. Opponent goes attacking. Okay. Equips. Yeah, alright. We'll go to 1. I assume we're dead to Galvanic Blast now. Opt. To the bottom. Augur. Terminus. Everything to the bottom. Augur. Put on top. Put on top. Search for his Kanta. Pass the turn. Wow! We got 20 cards left and we have not found an Entreat. Do they have Galvanic Blast? It seems likely. And they do. Wow! Wow! Oh my god! How did we not find an Entreat? Seriously, we drew so many. We must have kept just like shuffling them to the bottom of our library. We didn't find Search or Entreat, and we went through an incredible amount of our deck. Well, we get to bring in 2 Stony Silences. Oh, I can't believe that. I really cannot believe that just happened. That was the game that we needed to win, and we should have won. Go down to Search, go down to Serum Visions, try like that. Not an insane hand, no white mana, but we do have Serum Visions. Island, Serum Visions. Bottom and top. Pass the turn. Opponent, Blink Moth, and Volscourge. I'll play the island, pass the turn. What do you got, opponent? Gets in for 1, sure. Island, ooh. I think that means we're strip mine mode already. Plating, well, we will remand plating. That's not bad. Mox Opal, opponent passes. We'll play Field of Ruin and just kill Blink Moth. Get a Plains. Opponent strip mined. Id. Well, I guess we do this too. Keep our opponent off of mana. Pass the turn. Another Blink Moth. And the plating. Yep. And a Memnite. Opponent passing. Well, Flooded Strand. Crack it. Grab a Plains. And Augur. Put back Augur Terminus. Pass the turn. Well, I once again feel like we're in pretty good shape, but we'll see. Opponent fires up Blink Moth. Equips. Gonna get in for 5. Yep. Play Colonnade and pass the turn. We're just gonna path this Blink Moth, I guess, and maybe Telling Time. We would like to find Entreat. Signal Pest. Equips. Well, that's Telling Time. Take Augur, land on top. Path a Signal Pest. Play Augur. So grindy. Alright, there's Entreat finally. So put back Entreat, put back Terminus. Get in with our Augur. Opponent kills the Augur. Sure. Play Hallowed Fountain, tapped. Pass the turn. What do you got, opponent? Blasts the Augur. Yup. Equips. Alright, Path Memnite. And there's a Volscourge. I think we're good. So let's Terminus. Get rid of Volscourge. Pass the turn. Ravager. So let's Snapcaster. Get rid of Ravager. With a Path. And this means our opponent doesn't have Mox Opal mana, and this means Entreat should be good. Alright, this is what we needed the first game that we just didn't find. So make 4 Angels, get in with Snapcaster, and I don't think Affinity has a way out of this. Oh man, I really wish we won that first game, and we would be celebrating our match win. Opponent, passing. Well, that's Certain Visions. Put on bottom, put on top. Opt, take our Ghost Quarter, play Ghost Quarter, go attacking. And this means our opponent can't chump block us. They weren't even trying to. Okay, maybe they are. Alright, and we got there. Well, that's what we were hoping to do the first game. So, not a match win, but we get the game win. And now we got to do it one more time. That was without Stony Silence, too. Opponent is going to be on the play this game. Man, I'm going to feel like that first game was the one that got away, and that we probably should have won that somehow. We're going to run it back. Okay. Well, if we can live to Terminus. Opponent plays the land, Memnite, and passes. Well, play the plains, pass the turn. We got a plan, let's see if it's good enough. Opponent, getting in with Memnite. Yup. Stony Silence would be a sweet draw. Another Blink Moth. And there's the plating. We'll play the island, pass the turn. We might actually just be throwing Snapcaster in front of Memnite here. We'll see. Fires up Blink Moth. Plays an Ink Moth. Equips. Gonna get in for 5. That's more than we wanted. Yeah, we're gonna do it. We're gonna Snapcaster the Memnite. Not a lot of value, but we're getting an artifact off the battlefield, which cuts back potentially on our opponent's mana. Down to 15. There's an Ornithopter. Well, we can't Entreat yet. Play Field of Ruin, pass the turn. Opponent equips Ornithopter. Gets in for 2. And there's a Signal Pest. So many creature lands. So it'd be a nice time to hit another Terminus. Well, opt in hand, island on top. Oh dear. There's a chance we just die this turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, so much damage. So let's play Flooded Strand, pass the turn. Stop on our opponent's upkeep. Alright, let our opponent go to combat. Oh boy. Fires up Blink Moth. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, crack Flooded Strand. Get a Plains. Man, if there was ever a time to opt into a Terminus, this is the time. Go to the beginning of combat. Opt. Ugh, Stony Silence would be so good in the past. To the bottom. Ugh, okay, let's think about this. Can we stabilize? Do we have another Plains? That's a good question. We have 3 Plains. Alright, so we Field of Ruin, Blink Moth Nexus. Get a Plains. Path Signal Pest. Take 4. And see what we draw. Yep, down to 8. Another Ornithopter. Glimmer Void. Colonnade. I think we have to hit a Path. Augur. No Path. So Entreat, Terminus, and I think we're dead. We'll see. Pass the turn. Opponent. Rest in peace. Okay. Fires up Blink Moth. Hits us for 5. Yup, we take it. We Terminus. Get rid of the board. Play Flooded Strand. Pass the turn. Wow, we might have a shot. We might have a shot. Because we can opt into this Entreat and make 2 Angels. I mean, if our opponent has Galvanic Blast, then they got us. Fires up Blink Moth. Equips Blink Moth. Goes attacking. So let's opt. Draw Entreat. I mean, if they got Galvanic Blast, there's nothing we can do. Crack Flooded Strand. Grab an island. Come on, no Galvanic Blast. No blasts. Entreat X2. Make some Angels. Block. Glimmer Void. Ah, no! And we're dead anyway. Well, that's the perfect last card, and that's the game. Wow. Wow. Oh, that's going to go down as Oh man, I feel like we should have won that game one. We didn't, but I feel like we should have. All right, much Abrew time. Playing some blue-white miracles in modern. Oh man, this hand. Oh man, oh man, oh man. All right, we got to think about this. So we have 23 lands in our deck. We also have 8 1-mana cantrips, which should find us a land. And we're on the draw. So in our first 2 turns, we have to hit one of 31 cards. I think the odds are in favor of that. I mean, we could get punished. How good is this hand if we hit a land? I mean, we get telling times. We have remands for defense. I think we're going to keep it. We're going to keep it. I mean, it's greedy, but I think the odds are in favor of us hitting our land drop or a cantrip by turn 2. Inkmoth. So, Infect, Affinity. Alright, we're good. We got there. Holler Fountain. Go. So now this hand's pretty good. Hopefully we can use our telling times. If this is Affinity, we can use our telling times to set up Terminuses. Termini. If it's Infect, we got Remand. So let's just pass the turn. Kind of suspicious our opponent didn't have a 1-drop. Alright, it's Infect. Opponent cracks. Well, this will be interesting. Breeding Pool. Untapped. And there's Glistener Elf. Opponent passes. Well, play Ghost Quarter. Pass the turn. Remand hopefully keeps us from straight up dying, ideally. Forest. Oh, honey, I got opponent. Fires up Inkmoth Nexus. Gets in for 2 Infect. Alright. We'll take 2. Well, let's telling time. Path to Exile in hand. Terminus on top. Alright, that's not bad. That's not bad. So now we get to Miracle of Terminus. Get rid of Glistener Elf. Assuming our opponent doesn't have Spell Pierce. Yep, we will Miracle. Play Flooded Strand and pass the turn. So we're kind of passing the first test. Now we have Ghost Quarter and Path for protection. Another Inkmoth. Wouldn't mind finding Field of Ruin. Another Glistener Elf. Okay. Here comes Inkmoth. Yep. Opponent gets in for 1 Infect. We will take it. Up to 3. Well, crack Flooded Strand. Grab Hollowed Fountain. Life total is not super relevant here. Telling time. Let's just go land. So, plains in hand. Island on top. Play the plains. Pass the turn. Actually, maybe we should... I guess we should kill... Yeah, let's... that gives our opponent mana, though. What do we do? What do we do? Flipping Search for Iscana would also be nice. Yeah, let's just pass. Opponent untaps. There's Inkmoth. Attacks for 2. Groundswell. Okay. Well, Path Glistener Elf. Remand Vines. Take 1 Infect. Up to 4. Yep. Opponent passes. Search would be so good. Can we get down Search? Play the island. So we play Search. We can Ghost Quarter Remand. Opponent fires up. We don't want to... We got to make sure we don't die. It might be too greedy. Yeah, I think we got to do it. Play Search for Iscanta. Pass the turn. Hope that the combo of Ghost Quarter and Remand keeps us alive. So many Inkmoths. Here comes Inkmoth. And Inkmoth. Opponent gets in for 2. Well, we'll take 2. Let's opt. Plains to the bottom. Untap. So we get to search. No mill, but we will flip. Pass the turn. Now we have Snapcaster, Path, Remand, Ghost Quarter for protection right now. There's Inkmoth. And the Inkmoth. Yep. Groundswell. So we will just Ghost Quarter. Opponent plays Vines. So we Snapcaster Mage. 4 Path to Exile. Path to Exile, Inkmoth. And then Remand the Vines. Try and do that with Ghost Quarter on the stack so our opponent doesn't have mana for another protection spell. All right, so we got to get through one more. We got to get through one more Inkmoth. That's where we're at. Opponent passing Snapcaster. That doesn't actually do it here, does it? So let's Serum Visions. Well, put on top, put on top. This might work. Get in with Snapcaster. And pass the turn. Here comes Inkmoth. Vines of the Vastwood. Okay. Opponent gets in for 1. Sure. Mutagenic Growth. Up to 3. Oh, man. Oh, man. I think we got it. Oh, man, we're going to Miracle. We're going to Miracle Infect. Become Immense. All right, so we opt. Leave Terminus on top. Draw Terminus. Reveal Terminus. Miracle Terminus. Oh, just like in Legacy. Yes, we will cast this for the Miracle cost. Whoo, boy. And then we follow it up with Entreat for 3 Angels. So I think we actually run out Snapcaster. Because this is going to give us lethal in 2 turns. Yep. Run out Snapcaster. Miracle Entreat. Make 3 Angels. Get in with Snapcaster. Hit our opponent down to 11. All right, opponent, what do you got? Did we Miracle you? Glistener Elf. Okay. Misty. And Post scoops it up. We got there. All right. On to game 2. Oh, man. Blue-White Miracles. Blue-White Miracles. This has been spectacular. All right. Blessed Alliance in. Dispels in. Negates probably in. Remand's out. Remand's not actually very good. Like, it was surprisingly good last game somehow. But it's actually not all that great against Infect. Because they usually have enough mana that they can just recast whatever they're trying to cast. And then as far as cuts, it's probably 1 Serum Visions, maybe 1 Terminus. Terminus is sketchy against... We got all the Field of Ruins. Let's go 2 Serum Visions. We'll leave Terminus. Try it like that. If we can deal with the creature lands, then Terminus is actually a pretty good answer. Alright, we're going to try this. We need any land to get to blue mana, but Blessed Alliance is one of our better sideboard cards, and Search for Escanta is good if we get to it. Opponent, Misty, cracks it. Breeding Pool. Untapped. And Glistener Elf. Let's see how quickly we die. Path, land, negate. Play the plains, pass the turn. Oh boy. Well, kind of like last game, I guess the odds are a little sketchier because we don't have the 1 mana cantrips this time. Opponent pumps Glistener Elf. Gets in for 2. We take it. Up to 2 Infect. Come on, lands. Play Field of Ruin. Oh dear. Our greedy keep. Our greedy keep. We might be about to get punished. If our opponent has counter magic, we could get very punished. Another Pendelhaven. Legend Rules. Pumps. Glistener Elf. Oh, come on, Blessed Alliance, be good. Well, we're going to try it. Blessed Alliance, you? No dispels? Whew. All right, creature down. Now we just need a land. We need a land. Okay. Okay. Not a pretty way of going about it, but it does work. Pass the turn. Yeah, let's pass. See what our opponent does. We definitely have to Field of Ruin to get blue mana. There's the Inkmoth. Well, I guess I know what we're Field of Ruining. Actually, I don't think we can hit Inkmoth. Let's Field of Ruin Pendelhaven. Because if they fizzle the Inkmoth and we lose our lands and don't get to get a land, then we're really in bad shape. Get an island. Yep. All right, another land is good. Play the land, pass the turn. Whew, man. Taking down Infect would be pretty spectacular. Misty, opponent cracks it. Forest, fires up Inkmoth. Goes attacking. So we're actually going to take one Infect, and now we will Snapcaster for Blessed Alliance. And then Blessed Alliance, hopefully get rid of Ink Moth. All right. Working our way through. Oh, opponent passes. That is excellent. Get in with Snapcaster. Now we get to get down, search for his Kanta, hit our opponent. Play Field of Ruin. Play Search for his Kanta. Pass the turn. Breeding Pool. Tapped. Let's Telling Time. Take Serum Visions, put Island on top. Search for his Kanta. No mill. We actually want the island. Play the island. Get in with Snapcaster. Serum Visions. Bottom and bottom. And pass the turn. Wooded Foothills. Yeah, there's Blighted Agent. Less than ideal. Okay. Well, let's opt. Draw Telling Time. Field of Ruin. Actually, yeah, I think we're going to Field of Ruin. Field of Ruin, Breeding Pool. Because we want the opportunity to flip this search for his Kanta. Opponent floats a mana. Yup. Take a Plains. Oh, opponent does not have... They don't have basics left. Well, that's good news. Telling Time. There's Path. Okay. So take Path. Put Dispel on top. 1, 2, 3. Alright, stopping our upkeep. Field of Ruin. This lets us flip search for his Kanta without having to mill the Dispel, which is what we were going for. Oh, I'm an idiot. Alright. Mill, flip. Yeah, that was not smart. So get in with Snapcaster. Play Colonnade. Pass the turn. Might of Old Krosa. Let's negate. Opponent gets in for 1 Infect. Okay. Now we got a Path. And we got the GGs. Oh boy, we got there. Always a nail biter against Infect, because you never know. You never know what'll go wrong. Hallowed Fountain untapped. Fire up Colonnade. Hit our opponent for 6. Pass the turn. And our opponent scoops it up. Whoo! Miracles! Take it out, in fact. That was another super impressive performance. We got rid of their blue mana, which made it so our opponent couldn't actually defend themselves. We Field of Ruined our opponent right out of the game. Sweet. Alright, much Abrew time. Playing some Miracles in Modern. And it's a lot of lands, but that's kind of what this deck does, so we're going to keep it. Inspiring Vantage for our opponent. And, oh boy, Swift Spear. Alright. Not feeling good about this. More lands. Well, Colonnade, go. Okay. I don't know how this deck ever beats Burn, actually. Oh boy. Well, oh, it's a Pyromancer deck. I see. Well, you get our 1 non-land card. Yup, you're doing it. Opponent gets in with the Swift Spear. Well, that's Serum Visions. That's not a bad draw. Oh, that is sad. Put on top. Put on top. Yeah, a little sad that Terminus was the top card and not one of our scry cards. Pass the turn. Although Path and Snapcaster are good. We don't mind having them for the future. Opponent gets in with Swift Spear. Down to 16. Blackleaf Glyphs and passes. Let's play Field of Ruin, pass the turn. A little worried about Blood Moons. Although, with our opponent's mana base, maybe that's unnecessary worry. But Field of Ruin can get us a basic. We don't really want to shuffle away Snapcaster, though. Opponent. If they just hit us for 1, we're probably going to take it. Yep. Gets in with Swift Spear. Down to 15. Blood Crypt. Tapped. Alright, draw Snapcaster. Let's play Colonnade, pass the turn. I think our plan is to Field of Ruin here and Path to get some basics out of our deck. Swamp for our opponent. Goes attacking. Yeah, let's Field of Ruin. Grab a Plains. Opponent gets a mountain, so out of white mana. Well, I guess we take 1 again. Down to 14. Liliana. Ugh. Okay. Well, we got lands to discard at the moment. Actually, maybe we just discard Terminus for now. Yeah, let's discard Terminus. Opponent passes. There's Telling Time. Oh, play the plains, pass the turn. Hopefully we can Telling Time into something. Like Entreat. Another land for our opponent. There's Blood Moon. So let's Snapcaster Mage for Telling Time. Cast Telling Time. Alright, so Remand. Maybe we go Path to Hand, Island on top. Blood Moon resolves. Opponent takes down Liliana. Interesting choice. Well, let's Path. I mean, we will hit Entreat eventually with our Telling Times. And that should win us the game. Play an island, pass the turn. Blood Moon is not insane against us. We have enough basics and ways to find them that it's not just game over. Takes up. Well, we'll discard Field of Ruin. We're basically just looking for our Entreat. Opponent, passing. Well, Telling Time. Telling Time to hand, Serum Visions to top. Play Serum Visions. Really? Flooded Strand to the bottom, Opt to top. Play the island. 1, 2, 3. Alright, pass the turn. We've had some bad miracle luck. This match, I guess. Keep drawing them at the wrong time. Well, let's Telling Time. Oh, there's Augur. Okay, that's good. So we'll take Remand, put Augur on top, discard Remand. Opponent flashes back Lingering Souls. I think we're going to be just in time. So play Augur. Draw 3, put 2 on top. Ooh, there's an Opt too. Well, let's put back Entreat and Terminus. And then we can Opt into Terminus. Clear away the spirits. And then finish things off with Entreat. Unless our opponent has, like, Damnation in hand. Alright, let's Opt into Terminus. Terminus away the spirits. And our Augur. Opponent can take either one of our cards. The only real question is, can they beat Path? Or can they beat Entreat? And hopefully we're just in time. Take Snapcaster. Lightning Bolts. Alright, opponent's out of cards. So that means they have to literally top deck like a Damnation here. So we draw, Entreat the Angels. We Miracle Entreat the Angels. And we will make 5 Angels. Pass the turn. And hope our opponent doesn't draw Damnation. That would be brutal. And our opponent scoops it up. Sweet. Miracles doing their thing through the Blood Moon. Oh, man. It avoids the discard putting it on top of the deck. This deck is actually super sweet. Alright, so opponent going wide. Terminus seems great against them. Blessed Alliance is probably... Firewalker. Firewalker seems good. Although Liliana does get it. How do we make room for this stuff is a better question. Negates also seem good. We need our Miracles. We need our Terminuses. I wonder if they take out Blood Moons. They might. Let's go down one search. Do we even want Core Firewalker? I kind of want Negates. I just don't know how to make them fit. It's actually pretty challenging to sideboard with this deck, I think. Maybe we go down like 1 Serum Visions, 1 Remand, and go up Firewalker. Firewalker's probably silly. It gains us life, but it gets blocked by spirits. It dies to Liliana. Maybe that's just completely wrong. Alright, maybe we just bring in 2 Negates. Yeah, let's just try it like that. Go down to Serum Visions. And a search. Well, at least we're up a game, so we only got to get lucky in 1 out of these 2. Not this one. Yeah, we'll mulligan. Alright. Well, we're going to keep because we have to. Field of Ruin is a land, so we'll keep it on top. It is a bit slow, though. Bloodstained Mire. Opponent cracks it. Blood Crypt. On tap down to 17. And Faithless Looting. Alright. Whoo! 2 Lingering Souls. Okay. Well, that's what Terminus is for. Play Colonnade, pass the turn. It is nice that you can always just miracle a Terminus, and life is good. Bloodstained Mire. Opponent cracks. That's a great Faithless Looting, though, if you can discard 2 Lingering Souls. Blood Crypt. And Lingering Souls, number 1. Opponent passes. I'll play Field of Ruin, pass the turn. Leave up our negate for a potential Blood Moon here. Opponent gets in for 2 with the Spirits. Yup. Down to 18. Inquisition. Alright, let's Telling Time. Flooded Strand to hand. Negate on top. I have a feeling our opponent's going to take the negate, so they can try to force through like a Blood Moon next turn. Maybe they just run out Lingering Souls, but that opens them up to potential Terminus problems. Does take the negate. Plays Vantage. And Brutality. Okay. Opponent's going discard heavy. Take Serum Visions. I'll play Flooded Strand, pass the turn. Opponent gets in with the Spirits. We'll take 2, down to 16. Thoughtseize. Yeah, we can't really do anything about that, so sure. Lots of discard. Takes Augur. And Lingering Souls. Yep. Well, crack Flooded Strand, grab a Plains. Field of Ruin, Vantage. Grab an Island. And we will opt. Island to the bottom. Search for Azcanta is okay. Well, play the Plains. Play Search for Azcanta. Pass the turn. We're going to have to find a Terminus pretty quick, though, to not die to Spirits and Burn. Opponent getting in. 4/4. We do get to flip Search, and that helps us scry to find our miracles. So we're taking 4. Yup. Down to 11. Inquisition takes our negate. Oh my god. So much discard. Opponent passes. Well, come on, Terminus on top. Yeah, we'll mill Remand. Transform Search. Play Field of Ruin. Pass the turn. Alright, Search for Azcanta. Find us at Terminus. I guess we can hardcast a Terminus now, although we're going to be down to 7, which is potentially getting burnt out life total. Opponent gets in for 4. Down to 7. Yep, we take it. Yeah, burn is the big concern now. Assuming we get rid of the Spirits. Brutality, 2 modes. Yep, down to 5. Seize the land. Well, Field of Ruin. Grab an Island. Search for Azcanta. There's the Terminus. So we're... we'll see. Play Glacial Fortress. Get rid of the Spirits. Pass the turn. Opponent's down to 2 cards, but we're down to 5 life, which is not a high life total. Pyromancer. Opponent passing. Yeah, let's Augur. Go digging. None of these cards save us. I guess we put back Land Snapcaster. Serum Visions for Snapcaster. Put the 2 cards to the bottom. And pass the turn. Opponent. Bedlam Reveler. Yes, we have to remand that. Find a Snapcaster. Opponent. Passing. Entreat. Ghost Quarter. Well, play Ghost Quarter. Get in with Augur. We do need to pressure our opponent. Pass the turn. Hopefully they're just Revelering again and we can remand again. Opponent goes attacking. Well, that's Snapcaster. For Telling Time. Block. Opponent's going to terminate. Sure, that's fine. Kills our Augur, gets a token. We trade. Well, we get to Telling Time. Ooh. So, opt in hand. Path on top. Activate Search. Take... Let's take Path. There's Entreat. Alright, well, we're going to go for it. If they can kill us, they can kill us. Yeah, make 6 angels. Ship it to you, opponent. If you can burn us out, then you got the game. If you can't burn us out, then you got Miracled. Sacred Foundry, untapped. Bedlam Reveler, goes digging. It seems unlikely they can find the burn with this. And Post scoops it up. We got there. We got there with the miracles. The deck is actually working. I am surprised how well this is working. Sweet. All right, much Abrew about nothing time. Playing some blue-white miracles in Modern, and we'll try this. We got lands, we got things to set up. Uh-oh. Are we getting... Oh, Control A. This should be interesting. Let's just island Serum Visions. Terminus bottom, opt top, and pass the turn. Well, we don't have Ancestral to reload with, but we do have Miracles. Alright, Grixis Control by the looks. Now play the Plains, pass the turn. Ancestral, take it down. Opponent, Polluted Delta. Let's just Telling Time. So, take Telling Time, opt on top. We're just going to keep cantripping. Draw the opt, play Colonnade, pass the turn. I think this is basically about us eventually setting up an instant speed retreat. I think that's how we win this matchup. Also, we got Colonnades. Opponent, passing. Well, that's Telling Time. Take Remand, take Field of Ruin. How do we want to do this? Let's play Colonnade, pass the turn. I think we're just going to let this Visions resolve. Yep. Hopefully our opponent's got a discard hand size. That would be good. Is it Charm? Gonna go looting. What is this deck? What is it trying to do? I'm slightly confused. I'm assuming they're trying to, like, Tassiger us as the win condition. Oh, Kiki Jiki, good God. Oh. So I think this is As Foretold Living End. Alright, so we misjudge this, and we don't play Graveyard Hate. Riverwise Augur. I don't know when we're going to be able to resolve this, honestly. But I think we keep it. And let's opt again. Flooded Strand bottom. Draw the Plains. Play Field of Ruin. Pass the turn. Yeah, we do not have Graveyard Hate, which is kind of sketchy. Deceiver Exarch. And let's path. Opponent grabs an island. And yeah, see what happens. I don't know if we can win this matchup. It is going to be interesting. Our sideboard might come back to haunt us. Okay, opponent lootings. Griselbrand. Oh, God. Swamp. So this is just all the unfairness. Goryo's Vengeance. Well, let's remand. And lose. Alright. Well, now we're dead. Opponent's not going for it? Okay, not dead. We live to fight another day, somehow. Riverwise Augur. Well, Hallowed Fountain untapped. Pass the turn. Still not convinced we can win this battle. Faithless Looting. Yep. As foretold. Okay. We're just dead in all kinds of ways. Ancestral Visions. Sure. Tap land. Opponent passing. Well, let's Field of Ruin, Steam Vents. Grab a land. Alright, opponent's out of basics. So we will opt. Island to the bottom. More lands. Untap. More lands. Play Ghost Quarter. Oh, we're so dead. Pass the turn. We're dead, and I don't think there's anything we can do about it. As foretold, taken up. More Ancestral Visions. Opponent's passing. Well, that's Snapcaster. For Telling Time. I have no idea why we're not dead. We know our opponent has Goryo's Vengeance. I guess they're just being very careful. Oh, God. We can fire off a huge Entreat, but that doesn't really help us. I think we take Opt, put Entreat on top, draw Entreat, no Miracle, get in with Snapcaster. Opponent has Deceiver Exarch. Taps down a land. Yeah, we're super dead. And blocks. Kill Snapcaster. Well, let's Augur. Mono lands. Put back Flooded Strand, put back Flooded Strand, play Flooded Strand. Pass the turn. We're going to need a miracle, I think. Literally. There's Grizzlebrand. Yup. Sure. Draw us some cards. Oh boy. I wish this deck had Graveyard Hate. Kills our Augur. Yeah, okay. As foretold, taken up. I'm not even sure what our out is now. Opponent, get in. 4-8, down to 10. Okay. What in the world is this deck doing? More as fortolds. I do not understand why we're not dying. Well, Crag Flooded Strand. Grab an island. Opponent's got to do some discarding. Yep. Nope. Play Field of Ruin. Play Augur. Put back Entreat and Terminus. Pass the turn. Deceiver Exarch. Taps a land. Yep. Grizzlebrand. As foretold, it's taken up. I assume our opponent's got to have counters by now. Kills the Augur. Goes attacking. Well, that's opt. Draw Terminus. Miracle Terminus. Our opponent's got to have counters. I don't know how they can... I don't know what's going on. I have no idea. I'm very confused. Counter. Alright, so we will pay 2. They must just have all the Is It charms. Yep. Alright. Well, yeah, this might be a really bad matchup. No Graveyard Hate. I mean, I guess we have 2 Surgicals. Still, 2 Surgicals is not necessarily enough against this kind of deck, unfortunately. We'll see, we'll see. Maybe, maybe. I really wish we had, like, a Relic or something. But maybe 2 Surgicals is enough defense. We can definitely bring in Negates and Dispels. Probably have to go down Serum Visions. And, we gotta have Path to break up Kiki Jiki combo. Probably, like, a couple Remands and a Search for his Kanta. Try it like that, I think. Oh boy, not at all comfortable in this matchup. Well, come on, Surgicals. We do get to play first. And we'll give this a shot. I mean, we have Search. We'll see how nutty our opponent's draw is. So, Flooded Strand, go. We really need to be able to just search onto Steam Vents, untapped, and looting. Opponent, Grizzlebrand and Kiki Jiki. Well, Crag Flooded Strand, get an island, and opt. Surgical on top. And yeah, we're just going to, right now this second, get rid of Grizzlebrand's. Grizzlebrand's down. See what's going on in this absurd deck. Alright, let's take a good look at this. So opponent's hand is Ancestral, as foretold, Is It Charm, Jace, Living End, but no lands. In their deck, they have Kiki Jiki Deceiver Exarch is their way to kill us. Man, that means if we can find a Snapcaster and get rid of Kiki Jiki, they're going to have a hard time winning. Goryo's Vengeance, looting Jace's. They have 1 Negate, 1 Dispel, and 3 Is It Charms. Let's keep track of this hand. And basics, Swamp, Mountain, Island. Alright, well, threat 1 down. I think this means we just play Search. They only have a single copy of Simian Spirit Guide, so it's unlikely they can't draw a land and Simian Spirit Guide this turn. Alright, Ancestral suspended. Well, we get to start milling with Search. Yeah, let's mill Ghost Quarter. There's Snapcaster. Alright, we're going to do that now. Play Hallowed Fountain, tapped. Snapcaster Mage. 4 Surgical. Surgical Kiki Jiki. And now I'm not sure how our opponent actually kills us. They have to go on beatdown with the good old Deceiver Exarch. Alright, so Kiki Jiki's joining Grizzlebrand in the exile zone. Pass the turn. Vision's taken down. And our opponent scoops it up. Alright, we found the mix. And we know what our opponent's doing now. They don't have that much interaction, but they're looking to basically, as foretold is key. As foretold is the key. Also, Goryo's Vengeance. Those are their two primary ways of winning the game. Yeah, so I guess we just hope we keep drawing Surgicals, because they do not have that many game-winning threats. Canonist doesn't actually help against this non-Cascade version of Living End. I don't know if we change a whole lot. This might just be our best setup. Wouldn't mind having, after looking at the deck, maybe we can cut a couple Terminuses. They seem a little sketchy to bring back in Serum Visions, because we basically just need to find Surgical Extraction. We might go down one Entreat too. Maybe we just go 2-2. I mean, I think that's our game plan. I think our game plan revolves around finding Surgical Extraction. So I think that that's more important, having the most ways possible to dig for Surgical as quickly as possible. Okay. Well, Dispel gives us some defense. Scalding Tarn. Serum Vision lets us go digging. Ancestral suspended. Let's just Colonnade go. Next turn we can Flooded Strand, Opt, and Dispel. With only one Spirit Guide, dying on turn 2 seems unlikely. Polluted Delta. Opponent passes. We'll play Flooded Strand, crack Flooded Strand, grab an island, and Serum Visions. Do we want Augur? I guess we can shuffle it away. It does get rid of this Entreat. I think we go bottom and top. I don't think we can keep the Augur now. Pass the turn. Opponent cracks Delta. Scary thing is they could get down an As Foretold here if they have one. And once it's on the battlefield, we don't really have a way to get rid of it. Mountain. There's As Foretold. That's what our opponent was hoping for. Well, let's Opt. Keep Telling Time. Draw land. Play Field of Ruin. Pass the turn. Oh, As Foretold. Ancestral's ticking down. Tap land. Well, let's Telling Time. So Telling Time in hand, negate on top. Draw the negate. Let's play the plains, pass the turn. I think we have to try to counter Ancestral, unfortunately. As Foretold ticks up. Ancestral. Yep, negate. Opponent negates. Well, let's dispel the negate. Test 1 passed. Opponent passing. Path. Telling Time, path, negate. Alright, play a Flooded Strand. Pass the turn. As Foretold ticking up. Eventually they're just going to be casting Grizzlebrands with As Foretold. Faithless Looting. Okay. We can't really stop it. Kiki Jiki discarded. Opponent passing. Crack Flooded Strand. Grab an island. And Telling Time. Man, I'd love to take Search. Can we somehow afford to take Search? I think we have to. So, Snapcaster to hand, Search on top. Untap. Play the plains. Play Search. Pass the turn. Hope that Snapcaster, Dispel, and Path are enough to stay alive. Deceiver Exarch. Well, this means we need to... Yeah, let's Path. Goryo's Vengeance. And I think we're dead. They got us. Well, maybe this was a misplay on our part. Maybe we should have... As strange as it sounds, maybe the right play was to Path off of our plains so we could leave up Snapcaster for Dispel. Because now our opponent just goes off at instant speed, makes a million Deceiver Exarchs, and we lose. Yep, resolves. I don't know if we... Yeah, maybe that's just incorrect. So I guess we're just going to concede here. Infinite Deceiver Exarchs. Yeah, we're just going to scoop it up. But we are dead. So I don't know. To talk through this line one more time. So in hindsight, looking at this situation, opponent taps down our Celestial Colonnade, which basically gives us two options. Option 1 is just use that mana because it's going away to Path Deceiver Exarch, which is the option we took. The upside of that option is it lets us leave Snapcaster for Path up. So, I mean, our opponent had exactly Goryo's Vengeance on end step for free with As Foretold to get the win. So it worked out in their favor there. On the other hand, we could have tapped our Plains to Path, which the upside of that line is it leaves Snapcaster Dispel available for As Foretold this turn. The downside is it leaves us open to our opponent on their turn because we're tapped out with this hand, so we can't path during our opponent's turn. If our opponent had a way to put things back together, like Deceiver Exarch off As Foretold into Kiki Jiki or Goryo's Vengeance or something. So I really don't know. I don't know if that was the right line or the wrong line, honestly. So we end up with a 3-2, which means we get one treasure chest to open. Let's crack it open. See what we get. We have not opened a good treasure chest in roughly an infinite amount of time, but this might be the one. Sooner or later, it's gonna happen. All right, treasure chest open. 15 play points. All right, this is not the time when we get the good treasure chest. We got the worst treasure chest luck. All right. Well, play points are always helpful. We'll be back in a minute with the wrap-up. So what do we learn this week about blue-white miracles in Modern? And I have to say, I was blown away by how sweet and competitive this deck was. On paper, when I saw the deck, I thought it was like a fun novelty deck. Oh, Riverwise Augur, that's cute. The 4-mana Brainstorm, how precious. So I thought it was going to be fun and novel, but I didn't expect that it would actually be competitive. But after playing with it, it is actually really, really good, and I was very surprised by how competitive it actually was. So we finished with a 3-2 record in our competitive league, but if you really look at our matches, oh man, we were really close to the 5-0. We got some huge blowouts and easy wins. Against Affinity, I still feel like there was probably a way we could have played differently in game one and won that matchup. Maybe we should have been more aggressive trying to kill our opponent faster than we did. So I feel like that was a matchup we could have won. And then in our last match, it came right down to the end. If we had potentially chosen a different line with our tapping in response to the Deceiver Exarch, we might have been able to steal that one too. So I felt like despite our 3-2, we were actually super, super close to 5-0ing with this deck. And it just felt really strong. A Terminus as a 1-mana Wrath is absolutely insane. Hold your ops in hand so you can put back the Terminus with Augur or put it on top with Telling Time. We blew out Infect with a hexproof lethal Inkmoth Nexus by being able to opt into Terminus at instant speed for just like such a huge blowout. It's so powerful. And then Entreat the Angels is a really good finisher, especially at instant speed, but even just main phasing it when we draw it for our turn, it's really solid. So I was very, very impressed. We were missing the Brainstorm in Modern to make miracles work. And while Riverwise Augur looks like the worst Brainstorm in the world, and I guess it kind of is, apparently it's still good enough because it was very easy to just kind of stall out the game, reman, counter some stuff, cast a Riverwise Augur, then put our miracles on top and just win the game after we cast a Riverwise Augur. So I was very, very impressed with this deck. It ran 100 times better than it looked on paper, and I feel like with Riverwise Augur now being in the format, it might actually be a legitimate option and a playable deck in the format. I don't think this build is perfect. There's some things that I didn't exactly like. The main deck, it's a little lacking in removal. There's a lot of really good things going on. Telling Time, Riverwise Augur are a must. Entreat Terminus, that's the reason to play Miracles. Remand is good. Op necessary for instant speed. Search for Escanta is surprisingly good for helping you like scry for Miracles on your draw step. And also once you flip it around, it's insane. So there's a lot of good stuff going on. I'm a little nervous that we're relying essentially only on Entreat the Angels to win the game. I feel like having a backup finisher, maybe a Gideon, Elspeth in the main deck or something might be good, because I can definitely see a scenario where Thought Seizes and so forth take away all of our Entreats, and then we have a hard time actually winning the game. So I feel like maybe an additional finisher would be good. I also miss kind of a broader removal spell, something like a Detention Sphere that can get rid of Planeswalkers. That was one of the things we had trouble with in some of our games is things like Liliana the Veil. We're not very good at pressuring. Snapcaster is okay. Augur is not very good at pressuring. Otherwise, our only way to really beat through a Planeswalker is Entreat and Colonnade. And while they're good, they're really expensive. So it might be nice to have an actual hard answer to a Planeswalker. Having a hard counter or two could also help. Even like a Mana Leak or the Delve counter spell. Something along those lines might be nice, because we did run into some issues where we're like, all right, we can remand your Liliana, but then you're just going to cast it again, and we're not going to be able to pressure it for super long. Or with Chandra, I think we lost to one game because we just couldn't find a way to really get through it. So I feel like a Detention Sphere potentially in the main deck, or a hard counter, or maybe some of both could be good to help set things up. Maybe going down Serum Visions. We gotta have Opt for the instant speed tricks, but Serum Visions, we might be able to go down on it, even though it's very strong. And then the sideboard really missed a Relic of Progenitus. Surgical's great, but I'd love to have a Relic to go along with it. And I feel like that could always use some tweaking, but it's basically impossible to build a perfect modern sideboard because there's so many matchups. So I think this sideboard is functional, so I don't think there needs to be a ton of changes, and I felt like this deck was certainly close enough to being competitive that it is worth brewing around and working on, because like I said, on paper I was like, this looks fun, but it's probably not good, and then after playing it I was like, oh my god, this is not only fun, but this could be a real deck. It could really actually work thanks to Riverwise Augur. So I was super impressed. If you have some ideas of improvements and upgrades to maybe make Blue-White Miracles a legit tier deck in Modern, make sure to let me know, because I want to keep working with this one. It was super fun, really unique, surprisingly powerful, all around. I just really, really like this deck. So anyway, that's been our Much Abrew About Nothing for this week. Blue-White Miracles for Modern. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, help us out by clicking that like button down below. And to keep up on all the latest and greatest, click that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit that bell icon to get alerts whenever we have new videos. And if you want to, check out some of our other sweet videos here and here.